Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You are now tuned into another episode of the Duck Out Show. On today's episode, I'm going to be talking to you about a very good resource for just starting out a podcast. So if you want to start a podcast, but you don't know how, what you can do is you can go check out something called Pod Sound School. Yeah, you heard me right. Pod Sound School. I wish I had this when I was first starting my podcast, because it would help me a lot to have had this Pod Sound School. If I had, known about it, it would have helped me a lot. They have really good tips and tricks on things. I have a podcast as well as a YouTube channel. You can find them on the podcast directories at Pod Sound School. You can find them on YouTube at Pod Sound School as well. And you can also find them on Facebook. They have a Facebook group called Podcasting for Bosses. I just signed up for it. So yeah, you guys, be sure to check them out. Like I said, they have a lot of good tips and tricks. Their first few episodes are on, there's one on finding your niche. There's one on microphones. There's one on room acoustics. There's one on titling your podcast. There's one on, they're on all kinds of things, man. Just everything you could think of about a podcast. They're just all the way there just to help you do your podcast and to do your best that you can do at your podcast. So definitely go check them out. They also have podcasts on using social media to promote your podcast. They also have episodes on finding your podcast voice. If you're not comfortable with your voice on, a microphone, if you're not confident in speaking into the mic, they'll help you find your voice, man. And they're just a really great resource for podcasting, because if I had them back when I started, it would have helped me a whole lot more. Now, granted, they're still helping me, because I've listened to some of their stuff, and it's just like, I got a tip today from Studio Steve, actually. He said, find your perfect gain if you have a condenser mic like I do. Now, in my case, I have a mic that has a gain knob, plus it has compression built into the microphone. It is the Apogee Hype mic. I know you guys have heard me talk about it on the previous episodes of the podcast, but that's neither here nor there. Pod Sound School, great resource, great everything, man. They're just a wonderful resource if you want to start a podcast. Even if you have already started a podcast, they're a really great resource to learn more how to perfect your podcast, learn how to promote your podcast, learn how to, just do everything you can do to make your show a better show. So anyways, go check them out at Pod Sound School on the podcast players, Pod Sound School on YouTube, and go check out their Facebook group, Podcasting for Bosses. Oh yeah, and go check out their website, Pod Sound School. It's www.podsoundschool.com. Definitely go check that out as well. And I will see you guys in the next episode. So, check out Pod Sound School, and I will catch you guys later. Peace. I'm out.